and welcome to the Hartford TV High School Sports Showcase presentation of the C. Milton Wright at Aberdeen girls basketball game. It's the first game of our 28th season bringing you high school sports. Tonight's contest, the first game of the year for the Aberdeen Eagles. While the Mustangs of C. Milton Wright, they're trying to even their early season record after opening loss against North Hartford. Joe Holhouse, my partner, looking forward to an interesting game between two teams that are traditional powers in the Chesapeake Division, but teams we don't know a lot about because they're very young.
Well, I think the COVID year off has caused some real issues for coaches because most of the players have not played together. And although they have some talented players, it's tough when they haven't played together, and that's the chemistry they have to try and develop in the early part of the season.
Well, Joe Holhouse, you're new to the audience here at Hartford TV, but certainly not new to girls basketball. Talk about your experience as a coach in girls basketball.
Well, I've coached at the pretty much all levels. I have 3 daughters and 2 sons, so I've coached a lot of rec, AAU, and into the high school level. So, and I really enjoy girls basketball. It seems like they so want to please the coach and they want to do everything really well. There's very little cockiness, very little I know everything. They have a real desire to learn and to execute the best that they possibly can.
Joe, we're watching the C. Milton Wright team being introduced, and their starting lineup, Maddie Nemo, number 22. She's the star of this team. We'll talk more about her later. Liv Nelson, number 25, 24, Kate Walsh, 20, Marissa Turner, and 15, Carly Jennert, I should say. This is a team, again, coached by Becky Dutko, the 8th-year head coach of C. Milton Wright. A team that is 0-1, losing a game Tuesday night against North Hartford, a surprising loss.
Very surprising.
33-29. Now you're watching the home team, Aberdeen, being introduced. Number 1, Naija Harris, just a freshman point guard.
Huh. I was watching her in warm-ups. She looks really good.
As a freshman, hard to believe. 2 is Summer Edwards. Summer is a junior guard.
Yeah.
Gugliuzza, Amanda Gugliuzza, number 4, one of the seniors on the team, but a senior who without experience on the varsity. Remember, none of these kids played last year. The whole season was COVIDed out.
Yes. I think the only returning player that they has had varsity experience is Janiyah Doyle.
And there is Janiyah Doyle just being introduced, number 45. And 50, Jasmine Kemp. She is the senior on this team. A team with some size, even though Jamia McCluskey were talking to their coach saying this is a small team as far as Aberdeen is concerned.
They've always had the really strong center position.
And now we're going to honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. Yeah.
Who was that?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what.
I was looking around to see if it was live.
I think it's a recording, but it was impressive.
Man, no
Joe
music.
Holhouse, this should be just a very interesting game. We talk about girls basketball and boys basketball. Only difference that I can think of is the half-court line You don't need 10 seconds to
Right.
get across. Now that the boys have a shot clock, really the game is pretty much similar in terms of rules.
I agree.
Maybe the way they play it is differently. You talked about girls being wanting to please and wanting to do what's right. You see a lot more team basketball in girls.
Well, I think particularly in the college level, if you watch the college girls teams and the college boys teams, the college girls teams are so disciplined.
Yeah.
They execute their plays flawlessly. And, you know, just the pure athletic ability between the two is different in terms of the ability to jump and
Yeah.
things like that. But boy, girls have all the heart and the desire that any boy has.
Well, the center jump coming up between Jasmine Kemp, the sophomore for Aberdeen, in the white uniforms. See Milton Wright to Liv Nelson, number 25, jumping center. Referees in the ball game: Joe Dominic and James Urey. James Urey doing the tossing up here as we're underway our 28th season on Hartford TV. And Aberdeen with the ball first. Eagles, that is Naija Harris, their point guard. From the corner of the shot, just a bit short. Good rebound, taken away by C. Milton Wright. Here come the Mustangs.
So the Mustangs opened up in a man-to-man against Aberdeen.
And that's Nemo, number 22, you saw with the basketball. Nemo now, 18 points against North Hartford with the outside shot, just a bit long. Rebound taken by C. Milton Wright.
It looks like they're doing a box and one on Nemo.
Interesting strategy on the part of Jamia
I would,
Mikulski.
since she scored 19 points last game.
Shot from the corner, no good. Aberdeen with the rebound, pulled down by number 45, Janiyah Doyle. No score. We're just about a minute into the ball game. 8-minute quarters.
I'll tell you the player they're going to not want to lose is number 12. If they're putting all their attention on Nemo, 12 has got an incredible shot.
Shot from the outside. Doesn't go iron, but the rebound does. That score there by number 45, Janiyah Doyle. So the first 2 points of the night scored by Aberdeen. Inside, the shot goes. Open at the elbow, just off the rim. No good. Rebound, Aberdeen, off the hands of Gugliazzo. See Milton Wright recovers. There's Nemo, throws it up, and the foul is called. Boy, Nemo is not a big kid. What is she, about 5'3", maybe 5'4"?
She's been that size for a long time.
She hasn't grown a bit, but very aggressive, good driver.
Yeah, they're boxing and one on her, and that's going to leave that middle wide open for cuts.
Foul was on Edwards, her first of the game. Back iron. Joe, you look at this gym, and the back part of this gym that they're shooting at now has no stands on it, no wall. Sometimes that perspective is a little hard to get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second one in.
Yeah,
1 of 2.
You think you're out in the middle of the universe.
2-1 the lead for Aberdeen. Gugliazzo bringing the ball up. How about that defense for C. Milton?
Yeah, it's a tough man.
30-second shot clock, 15 seconds to shoot.
Early in the season, it's really good to go man-to-man because a lot of teams have not been able to perfect their man-to-man offense. So you get a lot of turnovers.
Gugliazzo into the corner now, looking for Kemp. Back out front. Driving. Tried to make the pass, taken away by C. Milton Wright. Here comes the Mustangs. Into the corner.
There you go.
A little bit of a
nice
walk,
move.
perhaps. Got away with it. Nice block. Blocked by Kemp. C. Milton Wright gets the ball back. Nemo with the drive. Good defensive job by Aberdeen.
Yeah, that middle is wide open for the cutter.
Nemo.
The clock's starting to count down. Somebody's going to have to make a move.
1 second.
She's going to have to move.
Got to shoot it.
There it is.
Yep,
That's the pass you want to
clock.
make right there, though.
Just a bit late, though.
Yeah.
Good job by Aberdeen. You know, you talk about 30-second shot clocks, a lot of time, but it can run down.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when since they're playing the box and one, they really have no offense planned for that. So they're trying to run a zone offense, but
Why would a coach resort to a box and one, Joe?
when you got one player that's so dominant, you just have to say, they may beat us, but not her.
Guglielsa had taken away by Nemo.
Oh, look,
Great pass.
very unselfish.
And the shot.
I love it. I love it. Heads up play.
Pass to Carly Jennert. Jennert with 2 points, and that's news because only Turner and Nemo scored against North Hartford. So right
There,
away,
yeah.
Siebold Wright has broken
Excellent.
somebody else in.
Look at this.
Nemo with the
There you
steal.
go.
Head up, driving,
There you go.
and she's fouled.
I would do that all night. I would do it all night. Even though they've got a girl in her pocket, I'd still go up against it. Because actually the Aberdeen team is not used to playing box and one either. So they're not comfortable. I'm sure they practiced it, but it's what they call a junk defense, but it's in for an exact purpose.
You know, the great thing about Nemo and the great thing about good ball handlers is her left hand is as good as her right hand dribbling. Coming up that time, she was dribbling left-handed, put the shot up left-handed. She's got 2 points now, well, all 2 of her team's points, both of them.
Maddie's what you call a gym rat. She's in there all the time.
Off the back of the rim. Nemo gets her own rebound. Good pass inside. Shot off the rim. Nemo again recovering the ball. She's everywhere and makes the shot. It's blocked from behind.
Okay.
Blocked by Doyle.
I guess that was a good no call.
Yeah, it looked like she might got a little bit of arm that time.
So, but we'll be kind.
4-2 the score. The lead by C. Milton Wright. Good block inside. Nice block by Kate Walsh. Walsh, the senior.
Ooh.
Shuffle the feet. Good call by referee James Urey. It's a common thing that basketball players do, Joe. They want to shuffle those feet before they put the ball down.
Yeah, a lot of people get upset because it's like you don't have the jab anymore. But you still have the jab. You just have to put that ball down before that second foot
Nemo,
touches.
right-handed layup. She is, as you said, a gym rat. She's got all the talent.
She's been, Don, she would be in at the Emerton gym, and anytime I was in there, she was in there with her dad and her mom and all her little brothers and sisters. And she was just committed to becoming a really good basketball player, and that's exactly what she's become.
Jamil Mikulski with an early timeout. She's not liking what her team is doing. And Nemo, if their job was to shut her down, they haven't done it.
Well, you can see all her points pretty much are in transition.
Yeah.
And you can't really defend a transition with a box and one.
And Joe, you mentioned that she's also a good outside shooter. So she's that kind of person that's hard to guard because you slough off on her, she's going to make that 3 on you.
Yeah. And the other thing I do like about her, and I don't want to put all the time in on her, but what I like about her, she makes good decisions. She's not going to force the ball when she's double teamed. She's going to have her head up, and she's going to make the good pass to the open player. And that's a sign of a really good, and not just a good, but an unselfish player.
Yeah.
She doesn't know, she knows that it's not a matter of how many points she scores, it's a matter of her team winning, and she'll do what she has to do in order for that to happen.
Boy, we watched her in pregame warm-up. She's a leader out there, too. Interception there by C. Milton Wright.
Look at this. She's going up.
Nemo puts it up. No foul called.
I know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, we didn't get a good look on our side, but it looked like a nice block.
Yeah.
Good job there by 50, Jasmine Kemp.
But I would still keep, if I was Maddie, I would still keep doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Go in, force the ref to make that call. Here you go. You got a shot.
Driving, lets it up left-handed and rolls it in. Nemo now with 6 points, 6 of her team's 8.
So I guess we can see why she had 19 last game. And they're not selfish points. These are transition points.
Absolutely. Tough defense by C. Milton Wright. Offensive foul is the call. Using that, they call it the chicken wing, that left hand come out, knocking away.
I think Coach Dutko was happy to help the ref on that one.
Kemp with the foul. Kemp her first. Nemo driving, dishing.
Nice.
Oh, nice triple team by Aberdeen. Ball will stay here with C. Milton Wright.
I think the C. Milton Wright players have got to have their hands ready when Maddie drives, because the pass is going to be coming and they have to be ready to put it up.
Obviously not out of bounds. Possession wasn't achieved, so now they have the ball with the fresh shot clock, 25 seconds. Driving, right-handed layup. How do you stop that, Joe?
Well, the box and one is not a stationary defense. When the player that you're trying to shut down comes into your area, it's now a double team. And they're not doing that. They're allowing her to get access. Someone should have stepped out and taken her left hand away there.
8 points, 8 of the 10. Nimmo with another steal. And a drive and puts it up. Is it going to be good? Yes, they're going to say the shot is good and one.
Okay, this is going to be a very long night for Aberdeen if they can't handle that ball.
10 points of the 12 for Nimmo and a chance to make it a three-point play.
And she hasn't taken an outside shot yet.
Yeah.
Everything's been a layup on transition.
Yeah.
A couple penetrations, yeah.
Only 2 of 5 from the free throw line, but C. Milton Wright retains the ball. Nimmo with the drive. Good pass.
See, that's what I was talking about. Having the hands ready because the pass is coming.
And Nimmo ties up the biggest player on the floor. It'll be possession arrow to C. Milton Wright.
Don, who was the shooter over there? Do you remember?
It looked like it was 14.
But see, she
15.
had her hands ready on the pass and put up a really nice looking shot.
That time a great play. Good play by Summer Edwards.
Too casual.
Yep. And a drive partially blocked, ball out of bounds. It'll go to C. Milton Wright. Yeah, Summer Edwards, you're right. It looked like that Nimmo was not quite aware.
Yeah.
And Edwards picked her pocket.
Yeah.
12-2 the score. Aberdeen scored the first
shot.
2 points.
That's a nice looking shot.
Off the back of the rim, no good.
Good hustle. There it is, hands ready, shot.
Little long on the shot. Unable to convert, that was Carly Jennert.
It's a good shot though.
Minute 30 left here in this first period. Pass back out, coming to Harris. Harris, the freshman point guard for Aberdeen, looking for the three, long. Rebound battle for on the out of bounds line, Joe Dominic says.
You can see that Aberdeen is really struggling on the offensive set because it takes so much time to create an effective man-to-man offense.
Mia Campbell in for Aberdeen, number 12. First sub we've seen. Jennert almost with a steal. Harris with the shot. A runner, no good. Kemp with the rebound. Foul is going to be called. C. Milton Wright's first foul of the night. Foul is called on Kate Walsh. Kemp going to the line, shooting 2. Aberdeen scored in the first minute. They haven't scored since, and now they have. 12-3 the score. 10 points for Maddie Nimmo, the senior. 3.8 GPA. Maddie head for Lynchburg College next year. Rebound comes off, taken away by C. Milton Wright. That was Miranda Turner.
There it is.
Nimmo with the inside three.
There you go.
Just inside that 3-point line. She's got her 12th point of the night. Her team's got 14.
She saw that little bit of opening that she could make an easier shot than the three, and why not?
Yeah. And instead of driving all the way to the rim, she had the open shot. Harris driving, taken away by Nimmo. Maddie Nimmo gives it up, looking for the three on the outside. It's going to be good.
Whoa.
Good for three. That's Carly Jennert.
And again, that was set up beautifully. And
Carly
she had her
5.
hands ready.
That's a great thing about having a star like Nimmo who's unselfish.
Right.
Gets everybody involved.
Yep, exactly.
Joe, this is the team that scored 29 points all game against North Hartford.
I'm going to have to see that film.
They've got 17, and we are still within 11 seconds left in the first period.
I don't get it. S-
Well,
So,
Coach Dutko said they had a bad shooting night.
well, they were only 2 players that scored, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nimmo and who else?
Nemo and Turner.
Turner. Okay.
Yeah. Free throw coming. This is Bobby Hector. Bobby Hector into the ball game. This is the first. Bobby, number 35. She's a junior, is Bobby. Also a soccer player at Aberdeen. Off the back of the rim, Nemo with the rebound. Loses it out of bounds, but it'll stay with C. Milton Wright. 11.5 seconds left here in the first period. C. Milton with a 14-point lead, 17-3. Amazing. It has been the Nemo show so far. Looking for three again. High arching three-pointer, no good. Rebound battle for. It's going to be possession to Aberdeen with 1 second left in the first period. And that will end the first period. Well, Joe, again, we have 2 players who have scored for C. Milton Wright. It's Jennard, who has 5, and Maddie Nemo with 12. 17-3 the score.
So who has the 5? I'm sorry.
Jennard. He's got
Okay.
the three-point shot
Okay,
and
so we
and
haven't
the
heard from
two-pointer.
Turner at this point.
We have not.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
that's going to open up soon. I think Coach is going to probably, I would think, have Maddie drive on Turner's side and draw the defense and then kick out to her because she needs to get some touches. She's too good a shooter to not let her shoot.
Boy, if you're Jamia Mikulski, what do you tell your team? I mean, you know.
You know what I tell them?
No.
You got to play away from wherever Nimmo is because all her points are in transitions. She's stolen the ball from their guards and scored on the other end. So you're going to have to get some quick passing opposite of where Nimmo is, and then you're going to have to penetrate because, to be honest with you, all the points are coming off a transition because they cannot handle Nimmo's defensive pressure.
Yeah, and her two-handed ability, and she can cross the ball over, left-handed, right-handed.
Yeah. And you know, it's just in some ways it's just pure athleticism because the hands are so quick and so good. Another player might bobble, she's got it with no problem.
And she's so cool. It's not, it's like the game slows down for her. She's not in a hurry.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Maybe people have picked that up, that we're impressed with Maddie Nimmo.
Yeah, I don't want this to be the Maddie Nimmo show, but what else can we say?
She has been the star so far. And
how many points does she have of the 17?
She's got 12 of the 17.
Yeah.
Jenner's got the other 5.
Otherwise, it'd be a 5-3 game. Shot. Right
Nimmo gives it up. Looks like Aberdeen has dropped back into a zone now. From the corner, just off the back of the rim.
Probably a good idea.
That was Sam Wolfkill in the ballgame who had that shot. Aberdeen looking to rebound here. Down by 14 points.
Well, see that? You gotta get her away. I'm gonna check and see where Nimmo's playing on defense, if she's being a rover or not, because she's wherever the ball is, she's there.
Becky Dutko, the coach for C. Milton Wright, as you said before, Joe, helping the referees.
Yes.
She called that.
Yes, indeed. Ooh.
Joe, I think you're right. That zone is
there you go.
Toughen it up a little bit.
Oh,
or 3. That's Jennard again.
Whoa.
Jennard has 8.
That's what you call a zone buster.
Oh.
They'll have to pull out of that soon if she keeps that up.
20 points, and we're just into the second period. Taken away by Nimmo. Head up, looking, gives it up.
Look at that. Look
Shot.
at that. Beautiful.
Good. Great pass.
What a beautiful assist finish.
Looked like that was Turner who got points.
Yeah. She made a nice little.
So now it's no longer a 2-person game as Turner breaks into the scoring.
Wow.
It has been an impressive performance by C.
against
Milton.
this man-to-man.
Driving. Gets the rebound and gets the basket.
You know,
that's Kemp.
Don, I have not seen a really good-looking shot from Aberdeen thus far other than a rebound.
Nimmo Misses the three. Just off the front of the rim, no good. All 5 points for Aberdeen have been scored by Jasmine Kemp. Actually, that's not true. Kemp has 3, Doyle has 2.
Oh, nice pass.
Misses the layup. You can't do that. Kemp takes it away.
3 seconds, yeah.
Here's the call.
I was wondering when that was going to come. I think Coach helped on that one as well.
I like it. Rebecca Dudko, special ed teacher at C. Milton Wright. Her 8th year as head coach of C. Milton Wright. Remember, Joe, none of these teams played last year.
Right.
Because of COVID.
Yeah. They're all learning how to play together.
This Aberdeen's first game of the year. C. Milton Wright opened with North Hartford, as we said, on Tuesday. Kemp fouled. And that will return Nemo to the line, shooting 2 more. If you have any criticism, she's only 2 for 5 from the free throw line.
That'll change. She's getting into a rhythm now. Sometimes a stationary free throw, it takes a couple to get into your real rhythm.
And we talked about that open background, the fact that there are no stands.
Yes.
There's no,
Yes.
you saw Nemo sort of help that one through.
Yeah, you almost feel like you're suspended in space a little bit, and your perception gets a little distorted.
13 points for Nemo now, 13 of the 23. Make it 14.
Did you see that beautiful follow through on that wrist?
And the spin on the ball, that beautiful backward spin.
Yeah, that doesn't just happen. That's many, many years of really dedication.
You talked about being a gym rat, how she's in there all the time.
Yeah.
Loves the game.
Yeah.
Harris with the drive, no good short. Nemo ties him up underneath. And Joe, it shows that Nemo, we talked about 5'3", maybe 5'4". Not big, obviously, not strong in terms of the look of her body, but just so wiry and so quick.
Yeah, absolutely. She creates. That's the key. She's not just a one-dimensional player. She can create.
Good defense.
Look at that.
Almost gets the steal. Harris with the ball.
There you go.
Nemo gets it away.
Yeah.
Open for the shot. Great pass. Misses the shot. Rebound no good. Taken away by Aberdeen. Here comes Summer Edwards. Edwards gives it up to no one. Recovered by Aberdeen.
That's why you don't want to really throw a pass on the run. A little jump stop.
Well, that's a good point, Joe. Talk about
you can always bring it back if you need to.
Going fast, but not being in a hurry.
Correct.
Jennert gives it up to Nemo. Great movement by C. Milton Wright.
Oh, got one more pass to make, and she didn't make it.
Intercepted, and a good job there by 30, Tayana Hector. Taken away by C. Milton.
Oh,
great pass,
nice.
Great
good
pass.
finish.
Carly Jennert with the 2-pointer.
I like the nice control on that finish, too, by Turner. That was excellent.
And that was Liv Nelson, number 25, who made that great pass. Jennert now with 10 points. Good job.
They're
again
overplaying
by Nelson.
the passing lanes. There's just nothing available. And they're, unfortunately, Aberdeen's not doing any kind of a motion offense. They're just...
I'm impressed with their freshman, number 1, Naija Harris.
Yes. She's going to be a real solid.
Nemo, easy left-handed layup.
Yeah.
Remember, she is right-handed normally.
Yeah.
But that looked like she's a natural left-hander.
Oh yeah, she uses as much as her right.
She's now got 4 here in the second period, giving her 16. 16 of the team's 28 points for Nemo. 10 of the other points for Jennert. And Turner has the other 2.
They just have no answer.
Gugliasa back in the ball game for Aberdeen.
They tried a box and 1, and that didn't work. They've gone into a complete zone. That looked like a double dribble.
Rebound, can't get it in. Rebound comes off into the hands.
See the head up, coming up, looking for options. Ooh. Good job.
Impressed with the ball movement of C. Milton Wright.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're very deliberate in what they're doing.
10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Oh, there it is.
3-point shot is going to be
Boom.
off the back of the rim. No good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost expect it to go in. It's like you're
Yeah.
surprised when it doesn't. Nice turn shot by Summer Edwards. Couldn't get it to fall. 2:50 left in the half. There's Nimmo with the drive. She's fouled. She'll go to the line again, shooting 2 more.
Don, I noticed on that last rebound, Wolfkill was in a perfect position for the rebound, but she never created space. If she would have created a little bit of space, it'd be an easy offensive putback. But it's one of the things they'll learn.
Second foul on Tiana Hector. You know that Maddie is not going to be happy about her free throw performance so far.
Yeah, she's just extending her arm a little bit too much. Needs to go just a degree up, not out. She'll be fine. There you go.
She's now 5 of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 9 from the free throw line.
Yeah, she'll clean that up.
Has 17 of her team's 29 points. We're talking about Maddie Nimmo.
This is the Maddie Nimmo show.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Taken away by C. Milton Wright. Good defensive play by Anna Buys. Just like that, Aberdeen takes it right back.
You know, I liked what Anna did there. She had her head up. She was looking for the weak side, but she should have just pulled it back out because there was nothing there. But the attempt was good.
It's a swarming defense by C. Milton Wright.
It really is. There's just no options that they're offering.
Talking to Coach Dutko about that game against North Hartford. Now, we haven't seen North Hartford. Don't know how good they are.
Right.
But she just said, we just played a bad game.
Yeah.
Bad shooting game. Well, they've turned it around here today.
Well, you know, Don, here we go. Head up, see? She's looking for that weak side.
Here's Nimmo. Good defensive play that time by Edwards. Gugliazza.
Oh,
in and out it
that's
goes.
a good look. I like that shot.
Intercepted by Aberdeen. Edwards. Rebound.
Good read.
Yeah, nice defensive play by Kate Walsh. We talked about defense position. Interception by Edwards and a block.
Here we go.
Blocked by Nelson.
Had a 3-on-2.
For 3, stopping and popping, no good. Rebound comes to Aberdeen. That's Aliyah Williams with the rebound in the ball game, number 24. Foul is going to be called. Bobby Hector will go to the line. She'll shoot 2.
Don, the only hope that Aberdeen has right now is penetration because they can't set anything up on the outside. And then I'd just go for the whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, for as far as C. Milton's concerned, a early season loss is not always a bad thing. An unexpected early season loss, it really gets the girls' attention in practice. And they go, we are not going to let that ever happen again. And it does kind of get a little fire in them.
Misses the second one. Poked away. It's going to go to C. Milton Wright. Carly Jenner now has 10 points for C. Milton Wright. Remember, she was shut out, didn't score at all against North Hartford. Just over a minute left here in the half.
She's got that nice 3.
Good takeaway. Edwards with the ball. Driving, puts it up and in.
There we go.
Summer Edwards with her first 2.
Guess why you haven't seen that before? Look who's on the bench.
Jenner taking a rest on the bench. You mean she actually is going to get some time off?
Yeah, it's time.
44 seconds left here in this first half.
Nobody's in foul trouble.
She looks like to me someone who doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
You know, she's just in control.
Yeah.
It's almost like everybody's playing in slow motion, and she's just,
Uh-huh.
you know, moving at a different speed. Driving. Good rebound.
Oh, yeah. It's got a...
Travel is going to be called. You'll see that called anytime you go down. You lose your feet, and
Yeah.
the travel is called.
Yeah, you got to come down with your feet spread so you get balance.
Joe
But
Dominic,
you're going to get touched.
veteran official. Intercepted. Will stay here with Aberdeen.
Let's see what they run on the inbound here.
Edwards. Cut off. Tough to pick up that dribble. C. Milton comes away with the steal. 18 seconds and counting left in the first half.
Oh, we got the 3-point here, right? Oh.
Good movement. 5 seconds. Shot inside
There
the
you
three.
go. Look at
Good.
that.
Beautiful
Nice.
shot. Well done by 25 Liv Nelson. Gets her first 2 of the night. Makes the score 31-8 at the half. And again, this is a team who scored 29 points in a full game. Joe, how can that be?
Well, Carly Jenner has had how many threes? She's
Yeah, Jenner has 2 threes. She's got 10.
She didn't show anything last game, apparently.
Right.
Didn't get any open looks. So I'm wondering what kind of defense North Hartford played that would shut down Jennert and Turner.
And Liv Nelson,
Yeah.
And Marissa Turner. Yeah, Jennert, who is a freshman now. And again, number 15, we have to emphasize, these teams are both replete with young players.
Yes.
And don't forget, they didn't play last year. So even if you're a senior, you didn't play since your sophomore year.
Wow.
So we're talking, about inexperienced teams. But so far, C. Milton Wright has just played a whale of a ball game.
Yeah. Well, and it's early in the season for, after a really difficult off season, for an extended period of time. So they're just starting to feel like a team again, I'm sure, in many ways.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why with C. Milton playing that tough man-to-man, denying all passes on the wings, there's just not a lot of options for Aberdeen.
Well, it's the score here, 31-8 at the half. We'll take a little break and we'll come back with the second half. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Hartford TV. It's the Hartford Sports Showcase on the wonderful station that allows us to do this thing and have fun doing it.
Absolutely.
Joe will be right back.
All right.
We're back with you at Aberdeen High School. It's the Aberdeen Eagles and C. Milton Wright Mustangs. Aberdeen's first game of the year, Joe, and that kind of showed itself. C. Milton Wright coming off that tough loss against North Hartford. They have looked like an entirely different team. They've already matched and exceeded the score they had in that first game. I'm impressed.
I want to know what North Hartford did to defend the rest of this team. I know Maddie had her way. Of course, if you look at tonight's game, she's I don't know how many she's going to end up putting up, but she had 19 points in the last game.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think Turner had some, but other than that, the team was shut out.
Joe, before we talk about this, look, we had a chance to talk to Morgan Hargrove, one of the stars of Aberdeen's JV team.
Yeah.
Little lady who wears number 3.
Yes.
She made 3 threes.
Yes.
My math tells me that's 9 points.
Excellent.
And really made the difference in that game. Brought her team from behind early in the game, early in the second half, and they win by 32-27. Big win for Aberdeen's JV team.
That's excellent. Yeah, I told her she has the right number on her jersey, which is a 3. And she said she hasn't played basketball that long. But boy, she sure has. It takes the players a long time to develop a shot like that.
She was
very comfortable with that.
Hey, Joe, I was asking you, if you were Coach Dudko, if you were Coach McCluskey, Aberdeen's coach, what would you tell your team? You've scored 8 points in the entire first half. What would you do differently?
Well, one thing, I would look and see what side of the court Nimbo is playing, and I would go to the other side because many of her points have been passing in. She's intercepted the passing lane. But the other thing I would do is I would probably start the forwards out at the top and go down and at least set a pick for your guards, and then open up on the block for a pass into the interior. Because right now they're just playing 5 perimeter players for the most part, and there's really no options that are available.
Kind of interesting. And you know, Mr. Nimmo, her father, Maddie's father, who was
Yeah.
he refereed the JV
Yes.
game. So he's sitting on the sidelines and
Yeah.
he's talking to his daughter. It's kind of a funny
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You're seeing it on your screen.
Oh,
His first name, Mr. Nimmo,
is Carrie.
Carrie Nimmo.
And let me tell you, it doesn't matter where you go in the county or the surrounding counties. If you're going to watch a basketball game, he's probably going to show up.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
he loves the game, and he's been reffing. Probably one of the most relaxed refs I've ever seen.
You're right. Yeah. I think his blood pressure doesn't go
No,
up
I
and
don't
down.
think so.
Well, here we go now, second half.
Nobody phases him.
Milton Wright with the ball.
There it is in the corner. Oh, they're missing it. That extra pass would have done it. Oh.
Off the foot, the pass just
Did
a
you
little
see
bit
how
low.
that corner shot was wide open? They're just doing a wheel rotation. But one more pass would have done it for him.
31-8 at the half. Again, Maddie Nimmo was 17-10 for Carly Jenner. Intercepted by Milton Wright. Taken away by 24, Kate Walsh.
There it is.
Long three-pointer off
Yeah.
the back of the rim. Backboarded, no good. Aberdeen with the rebound. Summer Edwards with the ball. Nimmo
look at that.
cuts her off.
Oh. Do you see how Nimbo puts her hand into the right into the belly of the offensive player? It just really disturbs her ability to dribble.
You know, we said we don't want it to be the Maddie Nimmo show.
Yeah,
but it's hard not to talk about her. She plays hard on defense. She plays well on offense. Gets the rest of her team involved.
And you'll notice that her feet are well ahead of the dribbler, so they can't get around her. She's got her hand in their dribbling lane.
I think another great play by Nimmo. The player beat her, Naija Harris, the freshman. She reached in and knocked the ball away.
Mm-hmm.
So even when you beat her, she's there. What is going on here? Joe Dominic comes in and says, ladies, let's separate a bit here. Really like Joe Dominic. He's a referee who's been refereeing as long as I can remember. Always does a great job. Tied up, possession error will stay here.
You mentioned what would I do if I was Aberdeen. I would not let 15 get that open three anymore either.
15, Miss Jennert. Interception by Nimmo. Head up. Great pass. Conversion. Point.
That is just beautiful.
That is textbook. Jennert with the 2 points. The pass from Nimmo.
Again, Nimmo went strong left with their head going purely left, and this last second goes over to the right for
the smallest player on the floor. Nimmo gets the rebound. Takes it away from one of the bigger players, Jasmine Kemp. Foul's going to be called on Kemp over the back. Second foul on Jasmine Kemp.
Okay, they're back into a 2-3 defense. Rotate, shot. Nope.
Great ball movement by Milton Wright. And just like that, the interception is made.
Oh, that's a good take.
Nice play. Good interception and the point by Bobby Hector. Hector made the interception on the defensive end, and they got the points.
Oh, that's nice.
Good pass, looking for three off the back of the rim, no good. Doyle.
You know,
ties
Don,
up by Miranda Turner.
It's hard not to point out when things are done really well. And Nimble came down. She gave a nice little fake to the rim, which drew the defense, and she kicked it out for a wide open look. If she hadn't done that, they wouldn't have. That shot would not have been open. Shot.
Miranda Turner. Turner driving. Yeah. Miranda Turner is rewarded.
This is brutal.
Turner with her 4th point of the game. Now a 25-point lead for Milton Wright. Mustangs led by 31-8 at the half.
Looks like they're in a 3-2 now.
Harris looking for the opening. That zone is just impenetrable, if I could say that word.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's all right.
Couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pass, though.
Yeah. Looked like she may have been off on her footwork
She
that
was,
time.
because if she was balanced, she'd have gone off their left.
Yep, one more step and,
Yeah.
you know, she could have gotten it in, maybe even a reverse layup.
Mhm.
So we've criticized Maddie Nimmo.
There you go.
She didn't do something perfectly in addition to her free throws. Harris. I'm impressed with this freshman Harris. She's going to be a great player.
She is. You could just see the athleticism is there.
Foul is called.
And as a freshman, she's going to have some serious off-season training. She's going to come back strong.
Bobby Hector going to the line. Bobby's played a nice game. Got 3 points, now 4.
Very nice. Good throw.
Bobby, a junior, also a soccer player. Haven't talked about some of the academic exploits of these young ladies. We will when we get a chance. Good job by Hector.
Yeah.
Bring the ball down. That's you're asking for problems if you bring it down low like that.
Yeah, it's got to get that pivot foot.
Good job by Hector. Hector gives up the one shot,
Nice
shoots
job.
it. She's going to
Nice
foul
job.
again. She'll go to the line one more time.
Sounds like Bobby Hector has decided she's going to have to take some of this game onto her shoulders and be a force, be a scorer. Sometimes you just have to do that. When the team isn't gelling, you're going to have to just say, okay, I'm going to have to take responsibility for some of this.
Becky Dutko doesn't like what she's seeing on the floor, so she puts a sub in. Alyssa Lewis, the assistant coach, checking them, saw Elia Dukes, the assistant coach. This is them both. Rebound.
There you go.
Good job by Miranda Turner. Miranda, senior, one of the seniors on the team, has 4 points. Good whip, left-handed pass. Mustangs looking for each other, Joe.
Yeah, there it is. One more pass. One more pass.
Joe, the coach.
Oh, I don't know why she's not looking.
Shot clock down to 3. Got to get it off, and they do.
Oh, that was a
No
good
off
look,
the rim.
too.
Nemo looking for 3 off the front of the rim.
Oh.
Nemo with the interception. Now looking for 3.
Not bad. She had her hands ready, a little off balance, though.
Yeah. Just about 4 minutes left here in this third period. Been a much better period for Aberdeen.
There you go.
Good pass.
That's such a standard Aberdeen play.
Nice pass. Goes from Hector.
I've seen that over the years, just driving baseline.
Hector. I think that was sister to sister, if I have it correct.
Is that right?
35 to 30.
I think they're twins. No, they're sisters.
Open shot for Nemo. Gets the 3 to go down. Maddie Nemo now has 20 points, her first points of the second half. 38-13 the lead for C. Milton Wright. Nemo's first 3-pointer of the night. Interception. Collision. Traveling is going to be the call. Jennard got the interception.
You know, Don, that didn't work out for Jennard, but I like the fact that she went into the body, and if she had got her feet and gone up, they would have had to have called a foul because she didn't avoid the contact. She went into it. And even using that body weight of the defender to get you up on balance.
Make one quick correction here. That was Jasmine Kemp who got the pass from Bobby Hector, number 50, not number 30.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
My chance to have the sister act foiled. Really impressed again with Bobby Hector's play. Bobby, the junior soccer player, number 35 for Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Aberdeen's got a lot to look forward to. Naija Harris, number 1, and Summer Edwards, the junior, Naija, a freshman, all playing well. C. Milton Wright has just got it all together here tonight.
Yeah.
Playing good defense, playing good offense, making the pass.
You know, they're staying with that man-to-man.
And they have that number 22 on their team. I think her name is Maddie Nemo. We've said her name a couple of times here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Good defense.
It's very hard.
Great defense by C. Milton. Tie-up is called by James Urey. Looks like C. Milton has gone to the man-to-man.
Yeah, they have.
Why would you do that if you were Coach Dutko?
Well, I think it's part of her mode. She loves to go switch back and forth from zone to man without you even knowing it.
Yeah.
There's no big call for it. They don't show it. But all of a sudden you go, look at this. They're in the zone. I thought they were in man. And I don't know. I'm not sure how she does it. Whether they do so many down zone, so many down man. But over the years I've noticed that's what she does.
This is a team that was undefeated. We're talking about C. Milton Wright in the 17-18 year, undefeated in the Chesapeake Division. Went to the state semifinals before losing. Not sure that pass was intended to go exactly that way, but it got through. Going to be off of C. Milton Wright. It'll stay with Aberdeen.
I think Coach
30 left.
I think Coach McCluskey has given the girls direction. We're going to go into the paint. Our shots from here on out we're not working on the outside at all. We're going into the paint, posting up, driving into the paint.
7-5, the C. Milton lead in this third period.
That's a foul. That's a good. Oh,
travel is the call.
Okay. All right.
Said she shuffled her feet before she was hacked.
It just sandwiched there a little bit.
So if you're looking for a positive, 7-5, Aberdeen is trailing by 2 in the third period. Unfortunately, they were trailing 31-8 at the half. Hard to cut into that big lead.
See,
great ball movement. Moving without the ball, C. Milton Wright. Plenty of time, 10 seconds. Now they've got to get the offense with 6. Nimmo with the long 3 off the back of the rim, no good. That pass somehow finds Harris. Harris driving, puts it up, and it won't fall.
Good try.
Nimmo with the ball. 2-on-1, stops, pops, doesn't get it. Ball will go to Aberdeen.
I think Maddie wants to hit that outside shot. She did have a girl cutting weak side. Normally she gives that up.
Yeah.
Is that criticism number 2?
I think it is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Gotta watch ourselves.
Yeah, we're balancing ourselves. Raina Balagot in for Aberdeen. First time we've seen her. Hector. There's Balagot with the ball to Hector. Summer Edwards. Mustangs with the ball. Looked like that foot might have been out of bounds. Nimmo misses the layup.
Oh.
Out of bounds, so C. Milton will keep the ball. You tell that Maddie's just a little bit off here in this third period, and you can see herself. You can almost see her berating herself. Like, get it together. Okay, this one could do it. Oh, in and out.
There you go.
Long 3 in front of the rim, no good.
I'm liking to see her shoot that ball though.
It was Doyle with the long rebound.
You notice when they do go down low into the post, Aberdeen, C. Milton's quick to double it.
Yeah.
Which is causing turnover.
Nice interception. Foul is going to be called against Balagot. Miranda Turner's foul. The first foul of the night.
I have a feeling I know what Aberdeen's going to be working on in their week of practice.
What would that be?
A man-to-man offense.
Huh.
Just if she doesn't make that next pass. Watch now.
Here's the pass. Nimmo driving, gets rid of it. Shot
That's a
up,
nice look.
off the front of the rim, no good.
That was a really nice shot.
This might resemble what happened at North Hartford, where the shooting is off here, the Mustangs, in this third period.
Uh-huh.
Hector,
Ooh.
great drive. Pass to
Ooh.
Summer. Summer
It's-
Edwards, no good. Long shot. Oh, off the backboard. Had that going in, that would have been.
That's good clock awareness, right?
It is. So in that third period, Milton Wright scores a total of 7 points. They're leading now 38 to 13. So again, 7-5, the score in the third period. Was it because Aberdeen played that much better, or was Milton Wright just a little bit off?
Well, I think Aberdeen actually did some ball movement. They were getting the ball down in the paint. They were causing some problems that way. And of course, 35.
For Aberdeen?
Yes.
Yeah, Hector.
Hector
Bobby
decided
Hector.
she was going to take some of the responsibility for this,
Yeah.
and she started going after the basket. She was going to be a scorer that quarter, and I think she did a very good job.
She did. Yeah, didn't start the game, Bobby Hector, but she has been probably Aberdeen's best player, along with Naija Harris and Summer Edwards.
Yeah, I think when she gets the ball on the perimeter or around the paint, the other girls need to get out of the paint, because she's doing all she can to get in there, but she's having to fight through 2 and 3 defenders. If those defenders got out and gave her a little bit more.
Joe, it's interesting. Becky Dudko is a special ed teacher at Milton Wright, and Jamia McCluskey, a special ed teacher here at Aberdeen. The great thing about Jamia, of course, graduated from this school in 2013, won 6 state titles, 4 individually as a track star, both the high jump and the 100-meter dash, and then 2 as a basketball player.
Wow.
Bob McCone and I were talking, is there anybody in the history of the county that has won 6 state titles? And we couldn't come up with one.
Well, that is amazing.
Your daughter Rachel won, what, 2 basketball state titles?
And 1 volleyball.
So that's 3.
And went to the finals 3 years for tennis, but never.
Yeah.
Once you get into Montgomery County, you don't. It's tough.
Rachel Holhouse graduated, what, 2012 maybe?
I don't know. You have to ask her mother.
That Falston team went undefeated when she was in her freshman year. That had to be one of the greatest teams
Absolutely.
that I've ever seen in Harford County.
Great chemistry. Those girls played together for a number of years outside of high school. Growing up, it was one of those rec onto travel onto AAU, onto high school teams.
Who was the young lady who went to West Virginia?
Oh, Jess Harley.
Jess Harley.
Just loved the game. I would see Jess out at Falston High School.
Backcourt is going to be the call.
In the middle of the summer, putting up 100 free throws every day, and then if she didn't get 100, she'd go for 200. She was completely dedicated.
And what a great bunch of young ladies.
Oh, yeah.
I just love covering that team. They were so unselfish with each other.
They just loved each other. They're still best friends. Nice pass. See, this is really what Aberdeen needs to do. They don't really have any other options. They are oversized down low, and they're just going to have to use it. Who's the new girl there?
For coming in
Aberdeen.
for Aberdeen?
Taking the ball out.
Yeah, well, let's find her number here. It looks like number 12. We'll identify her here in just a moment.
Nice.
Oh, good rebound. Good job. That was,
I really like seeing
that was Tayana Hector who got
They
that
are
2
forcing
points.
the issue down low, and I like that.
Well, great pass underneath. Nemo looks and she says, I'm under the basket. I can't shoot it up through the basket, can I? Great movement. Nemo. Little left-handed shot, and it will not fall.
Wow.
I know, we're almost surprised when she misses a shot. I think when Maddie sees this tape, she's going to see the second half performance, and it'll be motivation for her to say, hey, I played an almost perfect first half. And second half, I moved well. I played good defense, but I couldn't get the shot to fall.
It happens sometimes when you have a very strong first half, and it's like, boy, I may be scoring more points than I've ever scored. It puts a little bit of pressure on you.
And just like clockwork, Miss Nemo says, I'll take care of that. Gets her
So
first
she just needs to
2.
loosen back up like that right there, taking those shots.
She has 22 now.
Yeah.
Edwards with the shot. Nimmo
There
with
you
the
go.
rebound.
Gone. There she is.
Oh,
Oh,
great
that's so
pass.
nice. So nice.
And the shot is
I
made.
think I like that about her game more than anything, to be honest with you.
Turner with the conversion.
Oh, my God.
Nimmo on the defense, gets the rebound. Same combo. This time the pass bobbled.
There it is. There you go.
Hits the open person.
Oh, that's a good
Can't
look.
get the 3.
Good look.
Ball bounces around. Foul is going to be called, looks like against Turner.
You know, if I was going to have one criticism on C. Milton Wright's motion offense, is that I know what they're attempting to do. They just don't seem to be making that extra pass into the corner where they need to. And other times, they're passing so quickly and they're not looking at the basket when they actually have an open look. And that's really what your whole purpose is, to get an open look, a good look at the basket. Here it's going.
Mia Campbell with the drive.
Nice. That's
nice little one-hander.
I love that shot.
Elia Williams, her first 2 of the night.
That pivot foot in the lane. Shot. There you go.
Open.
That's right. That's your shot.
Looks strong on that shot. Almost an interception by
very
Miss
smart.
Nimmo. Recovered by Doyle. Tied up by Nimmo. Possession error will stay here with Aberdeen.
Did you notice how Jasmine Kemp was going to make that pass and saw Nimbo and said, no,
this
that's not
is
going to happen.
Not a good idea.
I think that may have been talked about in halftime.
New player in for C. Milton Wright. First time we've seen Mia. Oh, goodness. I practiced this name. Jankowiak.
That's a nice move.
Yeah, it is a nice
Very
move.
nice.
Basket by 24, Elia Williams. That's her 4th point here of the 4th period.
Now watch this rotation. There it is, the shot. Good. That's a nice shot.
Stay here with C. Milton. Sorry, Mia Jankowiak, the senior. Freshman sister Emma Jakowiak, also on the team. Long 3-pointer off the back of the rim, no good. Nimmo gets her own rebound, misses the shot. Just tell by the body language that Maddie Nimmo is not pleased with the way she's played here in the second half. Played hard.
Well, you know, she doesn't have to. You know, I mean, in the game, it's not a heavily contested game. Ooh, that was a
little
travel.
Bit of a shovel.
Yeah.
Yep, the travel by Emma Jakowiak. Emma, the freshman in the ball game.
And when I said you don't have to, I don't mean you shouldn't. It's just the real pressure to have to perform is not really there.
Summer Edwards, bit of an unwise shot, goes out of bounds. Just about 4 minutes left in this game, so without doubt, C. Milton Wright looks like they're going to even their record at 1-1. Aberdeen, will fall to 0-1. Good job by C. Milton Wright to come into the Aberdeen court and come up with the win. Shall we go back to the mid-2000s? These two teams were bitter rivals in a good way because they were both very good.
Yes.
With the Jones sisters, Brianna and Stephanie, here at Aberdeen.
That was always a battle. Shot. There you go.
Leaves it a bit short. Nice save by Edwards.
Yeah, they double the ball every time.
Edwards back out front, gets the ball back. Looking to get it inside, does so. Shot is no good. Rebound, foul by Doyle coming over the back.
Don, I always look when the shot's being taken strong side, what's happening on the weak side. Number 50.
50 for Aberdeen?
Yes.
Kemp?
Yeah, if she would have made herself known earlier before the shot was even taken because the ball was strong side, if she would have gone inside on that block, that would have been an easy putback. But instead, it was after the shot was taken, and that's too late.
Yeah. Oh, nice interception by Edwards. Edwards makes the basket. Summer Edwards with her 4th point of the night. Aberdeen scored 8 points here in this 4th period, 8 to St. Milton Wright's 4. Nice little stop and pop by Maddie Nemo. She's now got 7 in the second half, total of 24. Her team up 44-21. Good pass inside and good basket. Nice job by Kemp.
Yeah, I would definitely front her on that. They've done it like half a dozen times now or more. When she sets up there, I'd get in front of her. There you go. That's
Nemo.
the way.
Ooh, that ball was halfway down.
That's a great look. But that's what I'm talking about. Instead of rotating, you have an open look, take it.
Foul is going to be called. Elia Williams.
I think Coach Mikulski made some good adjustments at halftime. She decided, look, we're not getting anything the way we're doing this. We're going to have to just pound the ball low. Drive baseline, kick it to the center who's teeing up the rim in the middle. Get the girl on the block.
Two new players coming in for C. Milton. It's Anna Bice, number 14, and 12, Miranda Turner.
And they're turning this into somewhat of a respectable game.
Oh, nice rebound, nice shot, good play. That by Janiyah Doyle. Doyle has 4 on the night.
There you go.
Open for the shot.
That's all right.
Front of the rim, no good. Good save by Nemo. Aberdeen, though, takes it away. This is Harris. Harris crosses over, puts it up, and good. Naija Harris, her first 2 of the night.
See, you can see that Aberdeen is going to be an excellent team as the season develops.
Yep.
They've got all the tools. They've got all the positions filled nicely. They got a strong guard position. The forwards are looking good. So it just wasn't. How do you combat? How many points?
Yeah, they were down 31-8
yeah,
at the half.
But just Nimbo alone is enough to. Without her, she was the difference in the first half.
Foul will be called. That'll send Doyle to the line, shooting 2. Well, we talked about her shooting, but not only her shooting, but ball handling and control of the team.
Decision making.
Yeah, I watched the pregame warm-ups, and she was directing everyone. You could tell somebody was just a natural leader, and that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
Maddie Nemo, who missed her junior year, as did all these players, missing their chance to play last year because of the COVID shutdown. Happy that she's being able to play as a senior.
Good job. Good.
Foul is going to be called over the back. You feel so bad for the seniors who missed their chance to play last year, be it football or basketball, any of the fall or winter sports. And of course, then they missed the previous spring season.
Yes.
So, just a tough thing.
I had coached an AAU girls team. This was going to be their senior year last year, and they missed it. It was very disappointing.
Rebound taken away, but
look, see this? We got it.
Harris. Harris head up.
Oh no!
Good pass, a little long.
You got to put some air into that.
Yeah. Again, we remind you that Naija Harris, Naija, is a freshman. Doesn't play like a freshman. Doesn't look like a freshman.
Tremendous upside on this.
Yeah. Nemo lets the ball roll to keep the clock from starting. Fumbled, taken up by Summer Edwards. Out of control. Nemo driving, puts it up right-handed, can't get it to fall. Interception.
Shot.
That's Turner. Inside a minute left in this game. Summer Edwards will not fall. Rebound comes off to C. Milton Wright. .30 seconds left in the game. Harris Nemo gives it up into the corner,
There you go.
looking for three. Boy, if I'm Harris's teammate, I'd like having her on the floor. Harris
See that.
loses it. Nemo takes it away. Driving, and she's fouled. Summer Edwards comes over and collision under the basket. Maddie Nemo a little bit slow getting up. Nemo to shoot two. 14.2 seconds left in the game.
I love watching them when they're coming down and at full speed, just plant that foot and do a quick move, and the defense goes flying. You got a little layup.
Yeah. Cleanly through.
It's pure shot, pure shooter.
6 for 10 now is Nemo from the free throw line. Got 25, now 26. Remember, she had 18 against North Hartford, 18 of the team's 29 points.
Shot.
Turner had the other 11. 5 seconds. Harris driving. Has the ball taken away by Nemo. What hands. And that's the end of the ball game as Nemo shoots it off the back of the rim. I think that would have been good had it gone. Wouldn't that have been a great capper
That would have been
to the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Aberdeen can take some good things away from this second half that they played. Unfortunately, they got themselves in such a hole.
46-27, the final score. Maddie Nemo had 17 in the first half, 10 in the second half, ended with 27. Let's see, Jennard had 2 more in the second half, so she ended up with 12. So the leading score is 27 for Nemo and 12 for Jennard. For Aberdeen, it looks like the leading scorer may have been Bobby Hector with 5 points. Final score again, 46-27. Aberdeen got Joe in such a deep hole in that first half. There was no way they were going to come back. But I was impressed by the way they, got it together in the second half. Didn't just give up and say, "Hey, we can't do anything." They battled in that second half.
You always love the adjustments a coach makes at halftime, and I think McCloskey did a great job making the adjustments. He said, "Look, we may lose this game, but we're going to lose it fighting." And they took the battle into the paint against a team that was definitely smaller, and they just used their size and just pounded. And I thought that was really a good move on her part. And I think that Aberdeen can take something good away from this game. They've got a lot to develop. Their man offense is something they need to really develop.
There you see Maddie Nemo, who's standing at the scorer's table with her 27 points tonight, 27 and 18 in the first game. Doing, again, just yeoman's work tonight, both offensively, defensively, not only scoring, but passing the ball around and leading her team.
Yeah, without Maddie, that first half would have been a 10-9 game.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know the points, but it's been a close game.
Well, Joe Hallhouse, thank you so much for teaming with me tonight. It was an interesting game, and again, we saw one of the stars of this league, Maddie Nemo, who we just think is going to be outstanding. And if she can build her team around her as they get more experience, remember they didn't play last year, this is a team that could be reckoned with come the playoff time.
Absolutely. The thing about Maddie is she's not one-dimensional. She's not just an outside shot. Her defense was outstanding. Do you know how many steals she had that converted into points? That's most of her points in the first half were transition points.
And I think she's going to be just a little bit upset with her shooting performance in that second half, something to build on.
Yep, and the fact that she makes really good decisions.
Yeah.
I only saw one time where she didn't give the ball up to the girl ahead of her, and I think that was more because she was frustrated with the way she was playing in that half, and she wanted to get the ball in the hoop so she can feel some confidence.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this performance here on the TV High School Sports Showcase on the Hartford TV. Our pleasure bringing it to you, the first game of our 28th season in the Winter on the Air. Joe Hallhouse, I can't wait for the next girls game we have coming up. This has been fun.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting me, Tom.
Thank you for watching this, and thanks again for the Hartford TV folks doing a great job as always. We'll say goodnight from Aberdeen High School, where our final score is the Aberdeen Eagles losing to the C. Milton Wright Mustangs. Mustangs winning by 46-27. Good night, everyone.
Good night.